Kyle, how are ya?
How's everyone doing?
Good, good.
Good. I heard engineering, is that correct? Can I
Yep.
jump in?
Yes.
Yep, you.
Okay, great. So we are supposed to find out early September on whether or not we got that grant. So I would imagine the district will get notified as soon as we get notified, so fingers crossed on that.
Absolutely.
We have our water improvement projects, 30% PER meeting last week. We are currently working on cleaning some items up that were kind of loose ends and kind of getting that wrapped up. We'll probably be nearing completion for that set probably end of next week, and we'll get that submitted to DEQ probably the end of August or that very first week in September. So we're on schedule with that. And things are progressing well with that. I want to make one comment just so the group is very aware. We are planning on progressing our design parallel with DEQ's review of that PER. And the group was very aware of that, and for a lot of reasons, and I think it makes the most sense to continue to keep things moving forward. So if anyone would like me to discuss that further, I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, and then the other item that we had that we needed to follow up with the district on is the well VFD conversion scenario. We were able to get together and discuss internally with our controls and electrical group, and kind of I set out a budget, and it's approximate. And it can be further refined, but I think at this high level, it gives you kind of an idea of some of the work associated with those conversions. I hadn't heard anything yet. If there's a group of you, like the Bobs or anyone else from the district who would like to discuss that further, we're fully open, and we'd be more than happy to set up a quick call to discuss further. But I'll leave that there. If it needs to go discuss any further, I don't know if this is the right place to discuss that in much more detail unless there was something specific that someone's looking for.
Can I mention one thing in regards to that? Ted, I went over the report you gave me. Did you get the copy of the? Did he get the copy, Ted, that you had?
I've never given him one.
Okay, this is. I received a copy of what was done at the Farragut Tower back in 2007, I believe it was, and
Okay.
and they went through engineering report and one of the and went over some of the things they looked for, required their recommendations. But one of the things they mentioned on rehabbing the tank is that they believed at the time that the tank needed to be completely dry for 3 weeks before making any repairs or putting anything in there. And the reason that's critical to this dry discussion is there's a short window of time we have, and if you have to let it sit and dry for 3 weeks, how much more time do we need before we get past Memorial Day? And we need to have the pressure available because we can't depend on Farragut State Park after that time.
That's right.
So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that, and thank you, Ted, for coming up with that material. That was very helpful.
Yeah, no, that's great. I appreciate that. That's puts it in perspective. Absolutely. And again, I just want to kind of paint that picture as we're vetting through this. There wasn't any previous plan to convert that to VFDs. So it was
Right.
planned to reuse that existing facility. So as we further refine this, stuff like that is going to pop out. And I think that that's a really good comment. I don't know what we currently estimated that rehab time would take and how long that would be offline. But this will definitely prompt that conversation, and maybe it might end up that that won't work. We can't use Farragut's tank. We need to come up with something else. I don't think it'll go that way, and I don't want it to go that way because we're trying to keep you guys in budget. But we're still kind of vetting through some of that stuff, I guess.
And the other thing, Kyle, too, to help us make a decision is to find out if you have an idea what size drive you would like, how far out is the delivery on that, 4 or 6 months or whatnot, so that we can know accordingly. Obviously, you don't want to get something that's going to come in the middle of July. It doesn't do us a lot of good at that time. But this will just all help us to make a good decision by knowing all the parameters we have to work with.
And the other thing on that, Kyle, too, is the last time that tie-in was used, they came out and I don't know if they replaced it or did
They
they
did
had
some,
to
they had to make some
turn the
adjustments,
valve?
because it's not automatic where you can switch to them and then back to us. Right now, it's set to default to us,
To them.
right, to them with
To
service,
them.
right.
So that needs to be considered, I don't
That,
know how
that's
expensive.
minor, that's a
It's
minor, we
minor,
get them
okay.
out pretty quick.
Good, I just had no idea what that meant. Okay,
And I just wanted to do a quick recap to make sure I understood everything, Bob. So the prior Farragut tank that did rehab, they had to take it offline for approximately 3 weeks for that rehab work.
Right,
And you're concerned that when we go to take our tank offline, you know, let's say theoretically it's the same timeline, 3 weeks,
mhm.
is that system able to function that way by providing the district storage and whatnot for 3 weeks while that's offline?
Right, that's the point, and that, remember, the offline 3 weeks was not the complete project, that was just to get it to dry out.
Yeah,
yeah,
Sure, sure,
So-
sure, sure,
So
sure.
that's something to keep in mind, I do have a copy of that report that we can get to Kyle as well, right, Ted?
yeah, I will.
I've got a
I
copy of
will, yeah.
Yeah, so that, I think it'd be very, it's JUB's report, Kaufman Engineering on their tank and what they did.
Sure.
I think it'd be, since they're identical tanks, it'd be very helpful to you. It was to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that'd be great, so, okay, yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear, and I'll just, kind of reply to that email, and we'll put that back in our report with a
Okay.
little bit more information, we'll try to,
Okay.
expand on that a little bit more.
Okay.
And then, I think the last item, I think I just sent over that draft amendment for the engineering, so, whenever you guys get to that point, if things need to change, by all means, but I think that's in the district's court for review and approval.
correct.
Okay,
That's all I have right now.
all right, thanks
Thank you,
Kyle.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Kyle.
you.